it while I'm in the Yammy right now with it. She needed some clout, you not even relevant what this about. I know some from the south, get little sister them in the mouth.
The starting lineup for the visiting Cleveland Cavaliers. At small forward, DeAndre Hunter. At center, Jared Allen.
Everybody.
At forward, Evan Mobley. At point guard, Mark Price. At guard, Donovan Mitchell. The head coach of the
with the NBA
team,
Legends.
Kenny Atkinson.
I'm playing with NBA Legends, y'all.
And now, please welcome your New York Knicks. At guard, at 6'6", number 25, Mikal Bridges. At forward, at 6'4", number 3. At forward, at 6'7", number 8. Center at 7 feet, number 32, Carl Anthony Towns. At guard, at 6'2", number 11, David.
2K Sports presents the NBA. Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. With Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Miami Heat. Then on Friday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit. They'll take on the Pistons.
And for that game against the Hawks, that one's going to be the 7th game of the season, almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Price, and it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Knicks, OG Anunoby is out there with Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brunson in at the 1 spot. And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Price against Brunson. Fast break, here they come. Here's Hart. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
And here's Price. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. And Shams, New York really putting something together around Jalen Brunson.
Knicks fans have a lot of reason for optimism. It'll be interesting to me, though, to see if this team can get further and further in the Eastern Conference to a conference finals, maybe to an NBA finals, and winning a championship. But how can they continue to surround Jalen Brunson with superstar talent? That will be interesting to monitor in New York.
Absolutely. That front office will really be looked at as they try to build the pieces around this terrific young player.
And now they have stability, they have assets, they have players that they can trade that are wanted around the league. So this New York team, they finally have direction, and they finally have hope, and they finally have a chance to win in the East.
Absolutely.
Defensive foul charged to Mark Price.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
One shot.
One shot.
Well, because Jalen Brunson's such a terrific decision maker, you can tell how confident and comfortable this team is when he runs the offense.
Mobley outside.
Come on, guys, defense, defense.
And Cleveland with another turnover here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Tom Thibodeau had a few minutes to share. So for much of the brief time I had with him, he was talking about Evan Mobley. He said this kid is not a kid. This is a mature big man who affects all aspects of the game at both ends. But in particular, he's worried about Mobley's defensive presence and his ability to guard every position on the floor. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources, the players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA?
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
That's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long game.
Outstanding. Garland, he's checked in for Price.
And you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
Mitchell outside. Up and in on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. The teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well. Now here's Towns. Darius Garland missing his last shot. Anunoby passes to Bridges. Good D by Mitchell.
Oh, come on,
the
Bridges.
Cavaliers trail by 7. Holds it up there for Mobley. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Anunoby. The Cavaliers pull it in. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
And this is where Allen should look to score because he's got the size and length.
Brunson kicks to Towns. And the Knicks miss again. It's Garland with the ball for Cleveland, trailing by 5. And Sharms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Cavaliers making a switch here. Strus is checked in. Allen finds Strus. Now Garland. No good on the triple. Here's Hart. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hart's got 7 points in the game.
I'll tell you, Josh Hart, if he sees a lane and an opportunity to drive, I promise he's going at it.
Mitchell against Bridges. The tray. And it's Mitchell missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Brunson. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Mobley outside. Back to Garland. Fires the 3. Sinks the triple. He's got 5. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last season.
Yeah, that trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful. Wade, he's checked in for Cleveland. The Knicks leading by 6. It's Hart on the wing. New York, no good that time either. Cleveland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Strus, good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
Well, he may be a top scorer, guys, but Donovan Mitchell is not selfish. What a pretty pass.
Here's Houston, and he comes up with the deuce.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this season.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. Mitchell outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Shoots over Bridges, and it's Mitchell missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Out left to the wing. Here's Towns. No good with the wing jump.
Come on, Towns.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Hey, Shams, we know you've reported on so many big trades that did happen. Were there ever a few that were close to happening but may have fallen apart at the 11th hour?
I always wait until things are 100% confirmed, but listen, there's always a trade or two that's viewed as done but just does not happen, whether it's sours, whether something falls apart. There's always one deal or two that falls apart at the trade deadline or in the offseason, but I try to wait as best I can to make sure that when I report, it is complete.
A 3 from Strus, and Mikal Bridges pulls it down. The Knicks leading by 9. Pass to Houston. 56 seconds left in the first quarter. Sweet little floater. Houston's got his second basket of the game. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Mitchell outside. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Mitchell's got 5.
Well, we know Mitchell can hurt you from outside the arc. The defense better recognize this moving forward.
Here's Towns. Evan Mobley with the rebound.
That's a surprise.
Oh,
I mean,
come on,
really out of
Towns.
character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Houston, the pass to Anunoby. A three-pointer, no good. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Cans the shot from the wing. And that's now 7 points for Donovan Mitchell.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Houston's shot's good. And the Knicks lead by 8.
Knicks lead.
And so it's New York holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Towns missing them shots, man. I need him to make them shots.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for New York.
These guys have been so quick off the dribble, finding great lanes to attack and getting themselves to the basket.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looked at, but thank you for your honesty in that one. Achua is out there with Robinson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Houston at the small forward. They're the group New York will start the second with. The Knicks leading by 6. And Brunson has it in the corner. Pass to Houston. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And Houston, a pro at initiating the contact, an aggressive shooter who's looking for opportunities to get to the line.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And he makes both free throws.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Hey, Shams, I know you cover the league like no one else, but I've seen your jump shot. You have a sweet J. You must have played organized ball, I'm assuming.
I played a little bit in high school, Kevin, but once I got cut in high school, that's when I knew my career path would have to trend into what I'm doing now, into writing and covering the NBA. But listen, I have a lot of confidence in my jump shot, watching players like Steph Curry shoot the basketball. I'm not trying to give any comparisons, but I do love to shoot the ball. That is the one thing I know I can do decently on.
I know. I love your answer.
Not much else, but I can shoot.
And this is where Houston is at his best. So good at just catching and shooting.
32-23.
Here's Jerome, defended by McBride. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 11. Driving the lane, and there it is for him. The Cavaliers trail by 9. And here is Hunter. And here's Garland for 3. And that's collected by Brunson. Out to the wing. Houston, the pass to Brunson.
Well, one of the last guys you want to send to the free throw line, Jalen Brunson has proven he can knock these in.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Jalen Brunson at the line, 2 shots.
First one falls for him. A different look for New York. Hart, he's checked in for Achua. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Miles McBride. Then for the Cavaliers, Okoro, he's checked in for Max Strus. And it's Price in for Ty Jerome. And both free throws good for Brunson.
Well, Jalen Brunson plays bigger than his size. He's aggressive. He's going to go right at defenders. He doesn't care if you're bigger than he is. He will keep coming at you.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Outside Garland. Hunter kicks to Okoro. Pass to Price. There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot.
And with Price, you know, you not only get the range, you get the consistency. One of the league's most accurate shooters.
Brunson the pass to Houston. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Houston's got the lead up to 11 now for the Knicks. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on 3 quarters here in the second quarter so far. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you. Pass to Allen. It's Price on the wing. 14 points from him the last game against the Wizards in Washington.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Oh, the burst from Brunson.
Boy, whenever this team has needed a bucket, Jalen Brunson has been there right now in complete command of this ball game.
Pass to Hunter. Launches it. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Now here's Brunson. A 23-point game for him in the win against Indiana.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in.
For 3, Price. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Josh Hart hammering it down. That's a message right there.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So for the Knicks, Towns comes in for Mitchell Robinson. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Cleveland also making some changes. Wade comes in for Jarrett Allen. And it's Mitchell in for Garland. Here's Okoro.
Oh, that's wide open. That
Okoro
was my
throws it
fault.
down.
That's wide open. That was my
What an
fault.
incredible athlete this guy is. Okoro rises up and finishes with force.
Here's Houston. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Houston's got 13 points now in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Out of hand on it.
Such a fantastic competitive defender. Josh Hart, send it back.
And let's take a look at Karl Anthony Towns' numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged 21 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
No good on the second free throw. The Knicks leading by 11. Pass to Towns. Over Hunter. Off target from the baseline.
Oh, come on. He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
No good from Price.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Jerome, he's checked in for a Coro. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Well, we know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
Here's Houston, following the basket by Mark Price. Towns down low. Wade is covering, and it's good for 2. Towns has got the lead up to 13 now for New York.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Price. We've got 1:23 left in the first half of basketball. Jerome, no good with the triple. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Come on, Towns.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams had the most second chance points in the league. Second, the Knicks.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Miles McBride's checked in for New York. Then for the Cavaliers, Allen comes in for Dean Wade. And it's Mobley in for Ty Jerome. Price kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Hunter. To the paint. Here's Price. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. New York leading by 10. Here's Anunoby. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Come on, Nobi.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Bridges with the steal. Towns for 3. Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 5 rebounds tonight. The shot that time, not on target. And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Knicks leading by 10. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Here with Tom Thibodeau. Coach, what has gone well for your team in the first half?
Started making plays, play unselfishly, force the defense to shift, attack, get downhill, then make a play.
Your guys followed the instructions to the letter. Thanks, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the New York Knicks.
As a team, you love a night like this when the game feels simple.
Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. Pass, shoot, score, repeat. And pass, shoot, score, repeat.
Nothing else to add to that, guys.
And now, moving on, a look at the players of the week deserving of the recognition. For the Western Conference, Kevin Garnett.
Finally, we're giving props to a big. Enough of these little dudes winning MVPs and awards. Basketball is for my guys, the tall dudes.
Yeah. Bigs never win anything in the NBA. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Price is out there with Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the three. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for New York. Here's Towns. That one good for two. Towns has got 6 points.
Karl Anthony Towns will mix his spots as a scorer, that time doing work inside.
Mitchell against Bridges. Towns with the defensive effort. New York leading by 14. Bridges finds Towns over Allen. They get it again. Brunson back to Bridges. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Pass to Allen. Cavaliers moving the ball around. Allen a screen on Anunoby. Here's Hunter. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. And Anunoby, here we go. Watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
That's my fault. I'm sorry, that's my fault.
Price against Brunson. Back to Price. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Beyond the arc. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Well, last season, the Cavaliers won their first playoff series since 2018. That's when LeBron was with them, Greg.
And it was their first series win without LeBron James since 1993. So it was a huge deal for the organization as they continue to take steps in the right direction.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Looking here at some numbers for Brunson. Coming off a terrific season. Last season, put up about 28 points per, 6 assists and 3 rebounds. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket for Mitchell.
Boy, how quick from the touch to the release for Donovan Mitchell. Look out, defense.
Brunson finds Anunoby. It's Hart on the wing. Offline with his 3. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Price. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Price has got 5 points now in the quarter. New York leading by 9. Here's Brunson. Oh, muscling it in. Brunson.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening max contract limits. Commissioner Silver says we used to refer to it as dead money, a star player toward those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced max contracts to 5 years, and in some cases 6. This way, it moves to more pay for performance. Kevin?
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Now, here's Price. 16 points for him. Good work there as it goes.
Mark Price.
Price has got 18 points in the game. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Brunson the pass to Anunoby. Here's Hart. Drills it from outside.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Price dishes to Hunter. On the wing, Mitchell. Defended by Bridges. For 3, Hunter. It's rebounded by Anunoby. New York's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Stolen by Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Mobley, a screen on Bridges. The shot by Mitchell, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
When it comes to the game's elite scorers, Doris, Donovan Mitchell is certainly on that list.
Kevin, there's no question about it. He's a proven playoff performer, a natural leader who doesn't mind a team leaning into his scoring ability. And the beauty is he can do it in a lot of different ways.
Here's Brunson, following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Pass to Towns. With the teardrop, the shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists now tonight. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Here's Price. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And Cleveland making a change here. Ireland's checked in. Here's Brunson. He's got 19. Here's Houston. And he uses the glass on the lane. Houston's got 21.
Well, as always, Jalen Brunson making the right play. This guy loves to set up his teammates.
Mitchell passes to Price. With the drive, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Josh Hart. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Knicks.
They've shown no let-up. Penetration, knife it inside. The defense has to tighten it up if they want to slow this team down.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team, and it's not just because they're winning, it's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Brunson kicks to Towns. Pass to Houston. Takes the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. 24 points for him.
Houston is so consistent from out there.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Down low. Allen's shot is off. For New York, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Tyson's checked in, and Strus is subbed in for Price.
Guys, when you talk about Josh Hart, he is putting himself in the conversation for one of the best rebounding guards we've ever seen.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
It's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. 15-point game. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Wade, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jerome comes in for Mitchell. New York has gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Jerome passes to Garland. The Cavaliers again can't hit. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Towns for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Pass to Jerome. Garland kicks to Strus. Here's Jerome. 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And he banks in the layup. Towns has got 8 here in the quarter.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
2 points. That one goes.
Every season, Darius Garland gets more confident, especially in that scoring ability.
Pass to Towns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Karl Anthony Towns.
He's off on the first.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And so it's the New York Knicks in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Robinson, Miles McBride out there with Jalen Brunson. And then there's Precious Achiuwa. And it's Houston at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Here is a guy who is not shy about sharing the basketball. If you are open, Darius Garland will find you.
Here's Houston. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Now here's Green. Outside Garland. Green with a screen for Garland. Bobbed up there for Green, and Green slams it in.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Well, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. He gets that one. Brunson's got 21.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
The three from Garland. Robinson pulls it in.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Oh, I didn't mean to shoot
And
it.
they get it back. Brunson the pass to McBride. Brunson against Garland. And that one's good. Brunson.
That's what you call sticking with the play and converting. Jalen Brunson gets to the offensive window.
Here's Price. Good. He's got 24.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Here's Houston. Green with the rebound. And Garland has it in the corner. Pass to Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland.
We have seen from Darius Garland, he has a real talent for making his teammates look good. Pretty pass there.
Out to the right wing. From deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Houston's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Outside Garland. Looking to get it going. Robinson with the block.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Mikal Bridges checked in for the Knicks. And Cleveland also making a change. Okoro's checked in. And here's Price from beyond the arc. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Knicks leading by 17. Pass to Bridges. Yes, that goes in.
Oh, Mikal Bridges with the big-time strength on that finish.
Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. Okoro wide open. He fires. The Cavaliers again can't hit. To the inside, Bridges. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
For three, Price. Nailed from three-point land. Price has got 27 points.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Bridges kicks to Brunson. Back to Bridges. Shoots over Okoro. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. And the Knicks lead by 20.
Sometimes the mid-range is your best opportunity. Bridges more than willing to make that shot work.
Garland, the pass to Strus. That one drops for him.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Pass to Bridges. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. It's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. A nice shot by Okoro.
Inside, Okoro can really make trouble for the defense. He's got that combination of strength and agility.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. For the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Josh Hart comes in for Achua. And OG Anunoby subbed in for Bridges. Then for the Cavaliers, Allen's checked in for Okoro. Evan Mobley comes in for Max Strus. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Price.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
The Cavaliers trail by 20. Mitchell outside. Hunter kicks to Mobley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Drills the three-pointer.
Reliable. That's Mitchell from three.
New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Anunoby outside. Over Hunter. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
It's rebounded by Towns.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Pass to Anunoby. To the wing on the left. To the middle. And again, Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 19 points.
Well, he's so good at finding high percentage shots. Karl Anthony Towns, even with a tough defender on him, comes through. That's pretty work.
Now, here's Hunter. Mobley outside. And Mitchell puts up a deep three. Again, Mitchell missing. New York leading by 21. Hart the pass to Towns. Another miss by Towns.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Hunter kicks to Garland. For three, Mitchell. Again, Mitchell missing. And for the Knicks, they're shooting around 60% on the night. Amazing work offensively so far. And Towns gets it to go. 21 points in the game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New York.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jalen Brunson.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Garland finds Mobley. There's the three. Garland, no good. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Now, here's Garland. OG Anunoby unable to get his last shot to go. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Buries it from three-point range.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Garland looking it over. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.
Houston, 33 points. Brunson, 23 points, 10 assists. That's what's up. Carl Towns, 21 points, 13 rebounds. He stuck to the first half, came on in the second half. Hart, 16 points, 11 rebounds, man. That's what's up. Bridges caught on towards the end, but still, hey, that's what's up. Hey, thanks for joining my live. I'm gonna switch over to Division 2. Just give me a second.